We veterans make up about 1% of the US population, so whenever we serve honorably, you end up earning really what are some of the best benefits packages that the country has to offer. The problem is most people don't even know that some of these exist. Today we're talking about the top 10 veteran benefits as well as 3 bonuses scattered throughout that many people don't even know you have access to. This could save you and make you thousands of dollars, so make sure you lock in. I'm Jordan Anderson with VA Claims Academy. Let's start it off with number 10. By the way, this list will go in reverse order from the least to the very most valuable, but don't overlook this one. The day that you pass away, right? Many people don't want to think about it, but this could be the worst day of your family's life, and the last thing that you want to do is leave them with another burden when they're trying to grieve your passing. This is why the VA burial benefit is tremendously important. There's no reason not to have it. Here's some of the details. Eligible veterans and service members can be buried in the VA National Cemetery, which also extends to spouses and dependent children as well. The VA burial benefit really allows your legacy to be honored. So on to our first bonus benefit. This one's pretty exciting because imagine that you want to take a spontaneous trip, you want to do a vacation, it's summertime, and you want to hop on a military flight absolutely free of charge to you. I'm talking about the Space A, Space Available Travel Benefit. Just like it sounds, this is a benefit that literally lets you hop on a flight, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be out of a base. Some commercial airlines operate this as well, but it lets you hop on a flight. If there's space available on the plane, you're essentially a VIP, and you get to travel absolutely free of cost. And make sure you stay to the end of this trip, because I'm going to build on this vacation idea because it's summertime with a couple other travel-related benefits that will really allow you to take the trip that you wanted to take at essentially virtually no cost to you. Now, this benefit is for 100% service-connected disabled veterans. More on this later in the list. Now, back to our numbered list at number 9. It's no secret that there's a preference for hiring veterans, and that's for a number of reasons. You operated in a high-pressure environment. You know how to deal with egos. You know how to show up to work on time, amongst many other things. But what if I told you that you actually get preferential treatment in hiring, both federally as well as on the civilian side? Well, that's what the benefit is. There's preferential federal hiring for USA Jobs, which gives eligible veterans a significant advantage by providing preferential consideration in the hiring process. Especially, you get a significant uplift if you're a disabled veteran, which, by the way, I'm going to speak more about that. If you have, disabilities from your service and either you don't have a rating or you're rated less than what you deserve, I'm going to talk about more on that later in the list. But this is for federal jobs. Obviously, as well, this works at civilian side. The reason is, again, not just because you're a veteran, you've gone through certain things, you're already a naturally better candidate than many civilians, but also there are things like tax breaks. So a corporation can actually get tax credits from hiring veterans or hiring disabled veterans over hiring a civilian. Now, if you have a serious service-connected disability, then number 8 is for you. Imagine being able to transform your living space, your home, into something that truly meets your needs and allows you to operate independently, completely paid for. This is about the Special Adapted Housing Grant, which allows you to receive up to $110,000 for fiscal year 2024 to adapt your home. Also, you can utilize this benefit up to 3 times, provided the total amount doesn't exceed that $110,000 maximum for this year 2024. At number 7, imagine being able to receive extra financial assistance on top of your existing pension that can total around $2,500 per month for your advanced assistance if you need help at home. Today, this is talking about the aid and attendance benefit, which enhances the daily life for veterans. This provides additional assistance financially for veterans and your survivors. So if you're someone who needs assistance with your daily living activities like bathing, dressing, feeding, whatnot, or if you're bedridden or surviving spouses who meet these conditions, you can receive this amount. So be sure you apply for that if this applies to you. For more information, I'll leave the link in the description below. At number 6. Now this one is for my veterans who are 65 or older. I'm talking about the VA pension program. So if you served during wartime, You could be eligible for up to $21,000 per year as a married veteran, or $10,000 per year for surviving spouses. And now for our next bonus. It's no secret that health insurance prices are going up, it seems like every single year. So there's nothing better than having your family covered with good health insurance with that peace of mind, absolutely free of charge. That's why this next bonus, the CHAMP VA healthcare program, is massively important. This is for veterans who are 100% permanently and totally disabled and allows you to cover all of your dependents absolutely free of charge with CHAMP VA. This benefit alone would likely save you thousands per year on health insurance costs. I'll leave more information in the link below. Coming up at number 5, life insurance is one of the most important things to your household, and the cost could be significant. Imagine being able to access $400,000 worth of life insurance and potentially not even having to answer any health-related questions. That means that you could potentially have pre-existing conditions and still get approved with no hassle at all. This is about the VGLI, or Veterans Group Life Insurance Program. So this allows you to convert your service members group life insurance, or SGLI, you've probably heard of that one, coverage to your renewable term life insurance policy after you leave the military. Now, most people don't know that if you apply within 240 days of discharge from active duty, no health questions will be asked. Just another underutilized benefit and a smart financial decision for you and your entire family. At number 4, imagine being able to purchase your home for $0 down and getting loads of fees waived while you're at it. You've probably heard a bit about the VA home loan. This is something that I've personally utilized twice, and there's a couple things that most people don't even know. The key high points of this benefit are the fact that, again, you can purchase a home for $0 down. I actually purchased one a few years ago and got written a check at closing. The interest rates are competitive. VA loans typically offer lower interest rates compared to conventional loans. And your PMI, which is a monthly payment that people pay for typically doing a less than a 20% down payment, that fee is completely waived. There is no private mortgage insurance cost whatsoever. Lastly, the VA actually won't even allow you to pay for that home more than what its appraised value is, which means that you won't essentially get taken advantage of on a home that's listing price is way more than its market value. Now for our final bonus before we get into the top 3. Imagine getting a letter in the mail one day that all of your federally held student loan balance has been completely forgiven in an instant. That is reality for this bonus benefit. I'm talking about student loan forgiveness. You can have $200,000 of a balance of your federally held student loans, and if you're a 100% permanently and totally disabled veteran, that gets absolutely forgiven. This was actually something that I was taken aback on when I received that exact letter telling me that, hey, my student loan balance was completely forgiven, because I feel like no one ever speaks about this, and this could be tremendously valuable. My balance wasn't very large, but I know lots of people who have excess of $100,000, and that having no maximum could be absolutely life-changing. And now things get good. We're in the top 3 most valuable benefits for veterans. Now, if this has helped you already, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. Into number 3. Healthcare could be one of the most expensive monthly incurrences that you could ever have. So that's why being able to go to the doctor either at the VA or even in your community with a civilian doctor and have that covered by the VA is massive. Whether you're a veteran with a service-connected disability, a former prisoner of war, a low-income veteran, or like in my last video, you've been exposed to some sort of toxic exposure, which includes sand and dust. Click that video above right here if you want to learn more about that. You can qualify for VA healthcare. And most people think that this means that you have to go to a VA hospital, you have to make this big travel to your local VA medical center, but you can actually request community care if you're eligible and get seen at a civilian doctor and experience a whole different quality of healthcare. Now, people also don't know, not only does this cover comprehensive medical care such as, surgeries, prescriptions, physicians and also specialists, but there is the new VA Whole Health Program, which includes things like chiropractors, acupuncture, and different other methods that are sort of non-traditional in nature. And this has been a really widely positively received new addition to the VA healthcare program. In at number 2. Now this covers 100% of your tuition and fees for your in-state public schooling, but people don't know this. You can actually still go to colleges and universities abroad even and utilize the post 9/11 GI Bill. You can also receive a stipend for your books up to $1,000 a year, and you also get basic allowance for housing, so BAH, at the E5 with dependents level every single month. So yes, get paid to level up your workforce skills in order to get paid more in the workforce, all in a climate and an environment with some pretty great views. Now before I get into number 1, it is summertime. I just wanted to offer this last gem to you, and this is utilizing the Space A travel that we talked about earlier, being able to fly for free. And not many people know that veterans actually get absolutely free of charge entry into all the national parks in the nation. So I know a lot of veterans who utilize this and backpack the most beautiful areas in our beautiful country. All of this, all again, for virtually nothing. And at number 1. Now, not only is this the most valuable veterans benefit by far, in my opinion, this is the most valuable benefit in the nation. And it can also unlock essentially all of the other benefits that we talked about on a bigger scale. I'm talking about VA disability. This is something that you've earned already through your service, provided that you had some wear and tear during your service, which who doesn't? This is clearly something we specialize in at VA Claims Academy. If you're underrated or if you're having trouble getting approved, that's something that we specialize at a very high level assisting you with. However, there are so many veterans that are not properly taking advantage of this benefit, and it's something that they earned along with their honorable service. Now, this is something that is due likely to either feeling they don't deserve it or just a lack of education and clarity. That's what we specialize in. And the value that it could be to your household can total over $100,000 per year. So if you used a free representative and think that you may have left some things on the table, or if you didn't research before claiming, or if you don't have a claim done at all, click the first link in the description below for help, and you'll be glad you did. Fellow vets, I hope this provided some value to you and your family. If it did, hit the like button, share it with someone who needs it. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.